A boy bought a robot to take care of his father. But the father refused and tried to turn it off. The robot would slice fruit, but the father preferred eating junk food. No one could resist such an advanced robot, and over time, the father got used to it. They often went for walks together and spent time outside. Frank, however, had a habit of stealing small items. One day, he went to a convenience store and tried to steal a small statue, but the shop owner caught him. Frank was forced to return it and prepared to go home. However, the robot ended up stealing the statue again. Frank then realized the robot could be a good partner for stealing. He began training the robot to pick locks, and the robot learned quickly. One day, Frank attended a party. A wealthy man there knew Frank had dementia and mocked him in front of many people. Frank became furious and targeted the necklace belonging to the rich man's wife, planning to steal it. The robot said it was illegal, but Frank insisted on doing it anyway. Before the plan could proceed, his daughter came to visit. She was strongly against the robot and turned it off. Frank, already used to the robot, became demanding at home, making many unreasonable requests. His daughter cooked dinner, but Frank complained it didn't taste good. Eventually, she understood her father's feelings toward the robot and turned it back on. The plan was back on. That night, Frank and the robot broke into the rich man's house and successfully stole a lot of jewelry. The next morning, when reading the newspaper, the rich man showed up, having learned about Frank's past as a thief. But Frank kept denying it, and since no evidence was found, the rich man had to leave. Frank then went inside and burned all the evidence. At that moment, the robot told him that its memory data was also evidence and should be erased. Frank didn't take it seriously. The next day, the rich man returned with the police to search the house again but still found nothing. Suddenly, the rich man spotted the robot and hit it to try to take its memory card. The robot pretended to activate a self-destruct program and began a countdown. Everyone panicked and ran out of the house. But when the countdown ended, the robot didn't explode. At that moment, Frank picked up the robot at the back door and drove away with it. In the car, the robot asked why Frank hadn't erased its memory. Frank replied, "Because all our memories are in that data." Now the question is, what would you do if you had this robot?